Hi, my name is Beth and I want to tell you about my experience with Hearts Young Homeless. I'm 13 and I live at home with my mum and my baby sister Amber. Things at home had always been great, but recently I started hanging out with some new friends. They're really cool and they're older, so we hang out in the park after school or wander around town. They treat me like a grown-up. I don't know why, but my mum doesn't like my new mates. It's really unfair because she doesn't even know them. She always treats me like such a child. She says I'm acting different and they're changing me. She just doesn't get it. One of my friends gave me a new top a few weeks ago and my mum found it in my bag. It still had the security tags on it and mum thought I'd stolen it. I explained it had been a gift and must have just been a mistake, but she got so angry. She never believes me or even listens to what I'm saying. Why was she even going through my bag? It's so unfair. It feels like all she wants to do is start a fight with me. I can't stand being at home anymore. We were either screaming at each other or not even talking. She was always looking after Amber and wouldn't let me even take her to the park anymore. She said she didn't trust me. One day I was at school and a charity called Hearts Young Homeless came in to talk to us. They explained that sometimes young people can become homeless because of family problems and arguments. It sounded like what had been happening at home with me and Mum. I had felt like running away and staying with some of my new friends just because I didn't want to be at home. They talked about the services they offer to young people. I'd never even heard of the word mediation before. They explained that it was a service to prevent family breakdown, that they would sit down with young people and their parents or guardians to talk through the problems that they were having. It's totally free, and the worker doesn't take anyone's side. They just help you to talk. After the lesson, I waited until everyone had left and went to talk to the HYH educators. I explained to them and my teacher what had been happening at home and said how my mum never listened to me and asked if they thought mediation would help. They listened to me without judging and gave me the phone number for the mediation service, and my teacher said that she could sit with me to call them and talk about everything. I called them at lunchtime with my teacher and spoke to Amy in the mediation service. Amy was really nice. She let me talk about everything that had been happening and she asked if I had talked to my mum about the mediation service. When I said that I hadn't and I was worried, my teacher said that she could call my mum and speak to her. Mum thought it was a good idea. I was so relieved. Amy set up separate meetings first with me and my mum. In my session, I told Amy all about how I felt Mum didn't listen or trust me, and how she treated me like such a kid. I don't know what Mum said to Amy in their meeting, but afterwards, Mum said she was glad that I had set the mediation up. I wasn't sure what the sessions were going to be like, and I was worried we'd just start screaming at each other again. But Amy set up some ground rules and she used games and props to get us talking. It felt like Mum was listening to me for the first time in ages. We had a safe place where we could just talk about how we were feeling. Mum explained that she wasn't angry at me, just that she was worried and didn't want me to get hurt. I was able to talk to Mum about how sad it made me when she didn't trust me and that I felt like she didn't understand me anymore. We planned out some time for us to watch things we were interested in together so that we could share them. We've only had 4 sessions so far. I know we're going to have at least a couple more and we've still got some things to work out, but it's already a lot better at home. I'm so glad I talked to Hearts Young Homeless and that we were able to sort things out at home. I know how to express myself better now and I can teach it to Amber when she gets older too.